Plymouth Argyle and Derby County are separated by just 2 points at the bottom of the championship. Both start the day in the relegation zone, but even a point could be enough for the Rams to move out of the bottom three. There's Puchach with the ball forward. Derby struggling to get this clear edge of the area. Drops for Mumba. Hardy with the touch! And the final touch came off Matt Clark to take it behind.
We need to clear our lines quicker and more effectively. We don't deal with 3 or 4 balls, and as soon as it comes out to Mumba on this right-hand side, he whips at a ball, a dangerous ball. It comes off Clark, could have gone anywhere. Very fortunate when Clark goes to ground that it hits the outside of the post almost.
Wilson's throw, on by Phillips. Here's Harness on the turn. Harness! Marcus Harness, at it again! 2 goals in 2 games, and Derby strike first at Home Park.
But it's a player in form, a player with confidence to take that first time, turn and get his shot off in such a tight area, shows his quality and shows his class. It feels like the first 10 minutes has been long throws into the box. I'll call this a medium to long throw for Wilson. It wasn't the biggest, but Phillips does incredibly well. What a touch. Strength from Harness to take it away from the defender and finish well with his left foot. There's the throw. Phillips does ever so well to get that flick on. Look at the pressure that Harness was under from the centre half. His arm was up. I think he had his hand around Marcus Harness's throat at one point, but it doesn't matter. The touch was enough to take him away from the defender. He half rolls him and takes it on his left foot and finishes brilliantly hard into the ground and gives Derby the lead.
His third of the campaign. What a week it's been for him. Not that boring, pal. Long throw from Elder this time. Clark wins another header. Phillips gets up. Armstrong! What a hit from Harrison Armstrong! His first senior goal, his first goal for Derby County, and it's 2 for the Rams.
What a goal from Armstrong. The composure and the quality of the finish was outstanding for a young man. The long throw once again involved Clark and Phillips making a handful of themselves. It's Clark that wins that first challenge. Phillips wins the second. It comes to the edge of the box, and look at that for a finish. Opens his body up, side foots it, recognises where the space is in the net. It's to the goalkeeper's left, and rather than just putting his foot through it, hitting it hard, he stays calm and finishes beautifully into the far corner. Look at this again, on the volley, opens his body up, brilliant finish, and it's a goal they deserve. And it looks like there's a gap of space. Whether he takes it or not, we'll wait and see.
Well, he doesn't go for that gap, but he finds the top corner. Mustafa Bundu with a brilliant finish to cut Derby's lead in half.
Wow. It's a wonderful free kick. I thought he might go hard and low and see whether someone could get a toe on it. He doesn't. He opts to go for the top corner, and my, did he hit it. As soon as it leaves his foot, you can see it's a sweet strike towards that far post. It seemed like Zetterstrom didn't push off his feet quick enough, but you cannot argue with the finish. It's a wonderful free kick that get Plymouth back into this game.
And Derby looking to respond immediately. Yates stays on his feet. Elder's cross. Adams attacking it. Yates again!
Could have and should have been 3-1. Didn't see the first bit where Yates gets in. He has to work tirelessly to keep the ball alive. The ball goes into the box. Ibo Adams makes a nuisance of himself, comes back to Yates. He's under pressure. The only detail you need to know is he has to keep it down. 8 yards out. He strikes it with venom.
And we'll see what John Eustace has up his sleeve for this second 45, Sean Barker. Plymouth attacking with Hardy. Hardy's cross! And an awful start to the second half for the Rams. Plymouth Argyle have equalised. Callum Wright with the final touch. And the Rams have been pegged back to 2-2.
Well, the worst possible start for the second half for Derby. It was far too easy. A couple of players got caught out. We didn't stop the cross coming in. Phillips lost his man at the far post, and Wright manages to just about scramble it through the net. There's the ball. It's a great ball, but Phillips doesn't do it. Was it an own goal in the end? It's hard to see. Armstrong, just clear your lines. Put it back in the first 20 seconds of the second half. Clark and Forsyth don't deal with it, and it looks more like an own goal. It starts with Armstrong. Maybe Fozzie could have been tighter with Hardy. There's too much time and space for Hardy to get his head up. It's a difficult one to deal with. But nonetheless, it's a gift for Plymouth. And it hits the back of the net after such a promising first 45 minutes.
Mumba stepping in field. Still going Mumba, and still Zenestrom forced to push it behind.
I think everyone was expecting Mumba to take it on his right foot when it opened up. He cuts inside and he chops back there on his right. He then takes it back on the left and it opens up for him. Decent enough strike, hard and low towards that left-hand post, but Zetterstrom gets across quickly and makes a comfortable save to palm it away. Two hands behind it.
Can Plymouth complete the comeback here? Bundu. Zetterstrom's there this time. Derby still haven't cleared their lines though. Hardy. Harness can clear it decisively. Langas is down in the penalty area as Derby tried to break once more. It's another head injury that will have to be looked at. And Derby thankful to their goalkeeper on this occasion, Sean Barker.
Decent strike from Bundu. Zetterstrom only had to make a step, get a strong hand to it. It goes back up in the air, then it was up to the defenders to land on the second ball. Decent strike from Bundu. A big strong hand, and Langas does really well to make sure he makes contact with that second phase.
Maxey heads clear. Punted forward by Clark. Yates knows not to compete for it. He will now. Katic with the header regardless. Drops for Armstrong. This is Harness. Harness trying to play an Elder. Fizz the cross goal. Harness is there! It's Marcus Harness again for Derby! Have they snatched the winner at home park?
It's another goal for Marcus Harness. It's him that turns on the edge of the box. He plays a nice ball down the left-hand side into Elder and continued his run. And it was him, 6 yards out, that finishes well past the keeper. Ibo Adams keeps it alive. Marcus finds a little bit of space. This is a lovely weighted pass into the path of Elder. He stays in the position where nobody can mark him, opens his body up and finishes well with the inside of his foot. That pass is perfect because it allows Elder to step onto it with pace. He just delays his run, lets the defenders run past him, opens his body up. Elder finds him. It's a clever ball from Elder. A little reverse into his path, and Harness gets his second of the game.
What a massive moment that could be in this championship relegation fight. Marcus Harness makes it 2 for the afternoon and 3 for the week. So Langas poking it forward. Yates is onside here. Yates, Derby trying to seal it. Jackson! Hazard makes the save. It looked as though Caden Jackson might have been pulled back there.
Here's the chance again. Good ball from Langas. Yates gets in behind. He gets delayed, plays it into Jackson. There's a little pull on his shirt from Maxi.
Whistles from the Derby fans. It's a 9-point week for Derby County. 3 wins in a row for the Rams has transformed their season. They've come out on top of this championship relegation 6-pointer. Thanks to a brace from Marcus Harness, he opened the scoring 10 minutes in and finished it with 2 minutes remaining. Harrison Armstrong's fine strike had made it 2-0 to Derby before Plymouth hit back to make it 2-2. And though the home side arguably had the better of the second half, it was Derby and Harness who pounced. And the Rams have just their second away win of this championship season.